So today I'm making a video about my Maya wrap. I got a question on YouTube where somebody asked me if I could show how exactly you use it, how do you get your dog in and out of the Maya wrap. So the Maya wrap is a version of a ring sling. And a ring sling usually incorporates a long piece of fabric and then two rings. On the Maya wrap you have the fabric anchored on one of the sides of the two rings, and so it's sewn in that way, which is really nice. It makes it easier to use. And then the other side of the fabric is slipped through these two rings in just in the same way that you would use a belt that has these type of loops on them. And I'm not going to undo it because it's taken me a while to get it exactly where I want it, so I'm not going to undo it and redo it again. But it's pretty easy to use. Other ring slings, some of them are not sewn on this side, and so you have to thread it through on both sides, but there are plenty of videos that you can watch that show that. This is just a video for how I use the Maya wrap with my service dog. So, the first thing that you need to do is you set it up with the fabric through the rings, and then you need to kind of pull the fabric. Ollie, come here. Can you sit? Good boy. Now just stay there. So you pull the fabric through, and then you want to create a little pocket. So that means that you want to make the fabric tighter on these edges. Maybe I'm better showing it this way. On these edges, you want the fabric to be tighter, and then in the middle, between those edges, you want to have a little bit more space, and this will create a pocket. So, what I do to use it is I first put it on over your shoulder. Now, it's important to realize this shouldn't be up here on your shoulder, on your neck. That's going to cause you some strain. So you want to put it on your shoulder, like this, on your shoulder. And you have this as extra fabric that you can use to adjust it either way. So what I do before I get Hestia in, I get the two edges up, and you can see it folded up so that I have two edges, and then this pocket here that a dog can fit in. So I get it set up, get the dog, and this part we have a little bit of trouble with. What I found works well is to have the back side up really far, kind of hold it with your chin, and then put the dog butt in there, kind of wiggle and jiggle. Ollie, you're in the way. Okay, off. There you go, put it in like that, and then just kind of scooch it around until it feels good. And I recommend, if you're doing this, attach a patch to the vest front right here so that it's pretty easy for people to see that it isn't a purse dog, it's a pet. I mean, it isn't a purse dog, it's a service dog. So here's how it looks with the Maya wrap on. It's very easy to use. I can move around. If I move my arms straight up, I have to readjust this, so I don't often do that. Brad is giving me something.
What about leaning over with the dog in this?
Oh, leaning over. Well, actually, I have gone bowling with the dog in this before, and that definitely involves leaning over. And you can lean over pretty well. I personally find that feeling a little unsettling because it's, she's kind of away from me, and I'm kind of worried she's going to fall out. So whenever I need to lean over, I just put my hand here and support her body just like that when I lean over. So when I'm bowling, I've got the ball in this hand.
Now it's time for Ollie's demonstration.
Ollie, sit. Down. Good boy. So I bowl it like this with the bowling ball in this hand, and I just hold her with this hand just to make sure that she's not going to fall out. So getting her out of the pouch is pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Basically, I like to kind of peel the pouch away and let her hop out on her own. So I'll show you what that looks like. So I put her down close to here, and then I just kind of peel the pouch and she hops out. So that's the Maya wrap. Again, Maya wrap is the company that makes this particular type of ring sling, but any ring sling that you see on like Etsy or eBay or anything like that can be used. And you can make your own very easily just by purchasing these rings. rings, and using a long pashmina or scarf that you already have.
Is there any training involved, or do you just shove the dog in and hope for the best?
Well, I personally trained a little bit to it. I put Hestia in for short amounts of time and gave her rewards for being in there until she got kind of settled and calm. The first few times that she was in there, she was a little like, uneasy about being in there and being supported in a different way. But I just use treats to make it a positive experience, and she's able to help me, and I'm able to use her for grounding. And when I'm having high anxiety times, then she's able to lean into me. She's able to push off of the wrap and lean her side and back into me. And that's something I didn't train. She did that naturally, so I don't know how to train that, but it's probably not that difficult to train if your dog is already training to alert you to your anxiety or help you with your anxiety. So I think that's it. Thanks for watching.